Hello, Dema. How you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for having us sit down and talk a little bit about yourself and your YouTube channel. I know a lot of viewers been asking some questions, about, you know, a little bit about you. Can you just, explain or talk about a little bit about yourself?
Well, thank you very much for bringing me over in your man cave and sitting at the glass table. And this topic is about those of you guys who don't know me. And I was raised by mother and father. We were not rich, but my dad, he was a working man, and my mother, she was a businesswoman, market woman. So, um, but I've been doing fine. And my number one thing that I have to say to all my subscriber and those of you that watching my channel and who haven't watched my channel yet, I want to say thank you very much to all those of you that subscribe to my channel, and we have reached 300 subscribers. So thank you so much for taking me to 300 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys.
Okay. So that's a milestone that you reached, and I'm sure you have a lot of faithful followers and subscribers that love a lot of your content. So we get a lot of comments on the one in the wrecking yard.
Yes.
What made you put that one up?
Well, the record, yeah, it was just something I was playing around, went to go look for a pot, like I said, for the old van that my husband and I bought, because we keep talking about farm. I've been behind here by the farm. So we bought the van and we were in the yard looking for the rope that take the gas into the tank. And I just told him, I said, hey, how about we tell these people who Dema ready, who she's ready is, and she's a jack with all trade. So he said, okay, and we just did our short little video. And I'm a person, I love to keep busy. I like to be busy at all times. When I sit down and I'm not doing something, I'm looking for something to do. So on that day, I just wanted to show you guys that it's not all about the video and all of those stuff. There's every one of us that doing this YouTube channel, there's another side to us that you guys don't know about. So I just wanted to show you another side of me. I go to the junkyard with my husband. We go to the wrecking yard together, and I take that screwdriver or plier or anything, and I'll be screwing. And he be like, "No, don't do that." Before he can say anything, I already get my screw off before him. So we do all of that. We go to the, anywhere we can go. We even go to the estate sale, all those places. So I'm not proud, because where I came from, my family, we're not a rich family. I'm from a poor background. So I know how to live, and how to make my life better and, comfortable,
Very good. So in which area, of course, everybody knows you from Liberia, Monrovia, Liberia, West Africa. In which area did you grow up in, and what school did you attend in back home?
Wow. Well, I grew up in Sinka, Fiamma. They call the place Weersing. So those of you guys that know about Weersing, and then we moved to Ravelsfield Highway, which is the Baptist Theological Seminary. I grew up right around that area. And from Baptist Theological Seminary, You know, the war came and everybody moved around, and my location changed and all of that. And during that time, I started living on my own after that. After the war, I started living on my own. But I grew up in those two areas, mostly Rowersville Halfway, Baptist Seminary area.
Okay. Are you married? Do you have kids, grandkids?
Yes, I'm married, happily married, and I have a granddaughter whose name is Olivia. Beautiful. And I have 4 boys.
Very good. So when you were back home, the school that you went to,
I went to New Jersey State because when I was like around about 7, 8 years old, I went to the New Jersey Middle School, and then I also attended Conola Academy. It was a mission school, and after then, that was my last school I attended in the war came.
okay. Have you had any business adventures? Did you, how did you, were you able to, based on some of the things I've been seeing on your channel, it seems like you're a hustler. You do a lot of different things. So what were you doing back when you were at home, when you were in Liberia? How did you move? I mean, as far as making your money to be able to support you and your family.
Well, on the line of the business, I learned that from my mother. May her soul rest in peace. I learned the business from my mother. My mother, she was a strong working businesswoman. You know, she never relied on men to come and support her, even though my father was around and working also, but she made sure she brought money in also. So I learned my business idea from my mother. And after my mother passed away, 1993, after my mother passed away, I was living on my own, and I started selling like peanuts and stuff, on the side of the house. In Fairmont, I started selling that ground pea, and also I had a job while selling, and then I go to work and leave the market with my grandmother, And then during the war, everybody left, and we walked from Sugar Beach. We went to, if I'm sure most of you guys heard of Adam and Eve Creek, which is over on Fennes campus. And me, my sister, and my niece, she was young that time with my son. He was young also with my late mother and my grandmother. And my sister's husband also. And some other, friends that we knew. We all walked, and we made our way all the way on the Fennes campus. We slept there on the crush rack. So you see, sometimes you have to bring yourself down. And that's why when I leave from here, I go home. I make myself like I'm not from here, from America, so I'm going to be living large and all of those stuff. I get in the kitchen, I'm in my yard cleaning up and helping people and stuff. I do anything I ever to do just to keep me busy. That's who I am. I'm not a proud person. I do anything. Even if they ask me and say, let's go fishing, I'll take that basket and go lay basket with them. Just like my grandmother used to do. So I'm not a proud person. So anyway, getting back to the Fennes campus, slept on the crush rock. The next day, we walked from there, and we went to Buchanan Halfway. They call the place Camp Meckling, before crossing St. John River. And we were in that area. And instead of my mother selling, I did the selling. I met one lady, and her name was Julia, and she taught me. She said, "Oh, we'll go and sell." And I always admire her. I would sit there under the kitchen, from Monrovia, grew up in Monrovia, and I went to the countryside, and I watched her. I said, "I can do that." My mother said, do what? I said, I can do that. And I took my shorts, put it on, and I started going with them in the bush to, I think I started my market away, I think $50 or $35, I'm not sure, US. That was the last money that left with my mother. So I started buying fufu bag, like the half bag of fufu, and then I buy the bag of cassava, plantain, palm oil, and take it to Habel. And the market women, they will buy it from us wholesale, and then they will sell it retail to other people. And then while coming back, then we buy kerosene, pepper, salt, and the other stuff, bring it back, and then leave it with our parents, and then they sell it too while we're going back with another more market to Habel. And when market not doing well in Habel, then we transfer to a place they call Little Bassa. Little Bassa is off, it's a fountain town. That's where people used to go during the war. People from Kakatan, people from Banga, which is Bon County, all the places, and young girls, they would come in the truck and they come there for fish. And we started going there too to buy fish, and we would bring it and sell it, and coming back we buy the same kerosene and stuff. So it was a lot of stuff, and I know some of us we went through a lot during the war, but I'm not ashamed to explain what I went through before God blessed me and blessed my sister and her husband to bring me in this country. I am very proud, and I appreciate them for what they did for me, because with all them, I won't be here now. And I also tell my mother, thank you very much to make me to be a hardworking woman, not relying on anybody, and I work hard for whatsoever I have, and I work with my husband, and we earn every single thing that we have. Nobody handed it to us or free or anything. We work very hard for whatsoever we have, So I just want to let you guys know that. Those of you who don't know me, that's who I am.
Before we let you go, what are some of your hobbies that you like? What are some of the things you love to do? And when you, like on the weekend, or how do you spend most of your time? What do you like to go? Do?
Oh, that's an easy question. Everyone in my family that knows me, they know I love to shopping. Shopping is the best thing. If I stress up, even if I don't have money, I go to the mall and I buy just one thing. The stress is down. That's how I take care of my stress. But I don't drink, I don't smoke, I never go to the club. But as long as you take me to go shopping, I'm happy. So that's my favorite thing that I love to do, shopping.
Well, thank you so much, Dema. I know there's so much more to it than just this, and we can probably go on and on. But thank you very much for allowing us to talk to you. And by the way, if you guys are wondering, I'm your presenter, Uncle Subba. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.